Guys, I get so tired of you guys saying that PHP is dead. And I hear this from a lot of people, and I can guarantee you these are people who are not looking at the job market, or these are people who just use basic PHP solutions that they've been churning for the last 10 years and expect it to still make money in an AI environment. And it just don't work that way. Guys, I'm telling you now, there's ways, and we'll talk about 3 of them in this video that's going to actually help you thrive as a PHP developer. But if you don't do this, you're going to be dead. That's the thing. There's nuances in this conversation, guys. So let me get into the details and let me explain. All right, guys, you got the screamers around here talking about PHP is dead. They can't find a job. It's outdated. I'm done with it. I've learned all this stuff and it's gone to waste. Like I always tell you guys, go to the job market first. Look at the job postings. Job postings nowadays, I'm going to let you know, it's not going to be naming specifically PHP in the title. That's the first mistake you guys make. You got to understand what platforms leverage PHP and search on that, or industries or markets and all that good stuff. WordPress developer. You can get into all that. Got a lot of e-commerce stuff. Got a lot of legacy applications that you guys can leverage as well in your job search. The market is still pretty good for PHP developers, but the thing is about PHP development, I'm gonna be straight up with you guys. It seems to be not outdated, but the solutions that are presented is outdated. You know, we're in an AI era, guys, where automation is really good. If you're providing solutions that you would provide 14 years ago using PHP, you're going to seem outdated. You're going to seem like you're a dying animal. It's all about perception, guys, at the end of the day. And you want to be providing solutions that move the needle to the company. And that's what you're going to see in the actual job market. A lot of I would say jobs that will work for PHP is like integration developer. That's one that a lot of people do not take real serious because they don't feel that that's a scalable job, which is definitely is. As you deal with companies that deal with best of breed application, SAP, Oracle, those are household names that has their own platforms to end to end. But you got stuff like Workday, Salesforce, even to the extent I would say SAP, PeopleNet, all that stuff like that. They can use the best of both breed model as well. You're going to need something to integrate between those ERP systems, the accounting and all that stuff, guys. So much potential out there, but you don't see it because you type in PHP, nothing shows up. But if you type in integration developer, you're going to be in a position to win, guys. We talk about this in step number 4 in our 7-step guide to really identify how to find those jobs that are right for you, but the description may not be the best as far as just that, guys. But tell me about your experience. Comment in the description or the comment section, guys, so that tell me about your experience. Are you experienced PHP dead? Can you find a job? Are the projects drying up? You can't get any freelance monies? Let's talk about it. Let's have a conversation down below, guys, so that we can kind of figure out how we can put you guys in a position so that you can win with PHP. Number 2, business applications, guys. I'm not going to go over the WordPress and all the other standard stuff that you hear on every video because you guys have seen that already. I want to take a different approach with the business application, specifically web apps and all of the infrastructure that's there, specifically integration, because I personally think going forward, integration is going to be key because as we move to the cloud, you can't move everything all at once. You're to reduce the risk of a company, you're gonna have your main ERP application, you're gonna have your accounting application, you're gonna have your customer relationship application, you're gonna have these different applications. You're not gonna drop all of them in the cloud all at once like that. That's just a lot of risk that a lot of companies are not going to want to do. You're on-prem. Currently, all these applications are on-prem. You're going to want to move these either to the cloud or different other places. Well, in the process of doing this, you're going to sit there for a while, right? And you need communication between these two. How are you going to do that? Is it possible? Yes, that's where integration developer come in at. If it's on the web, guess what does a lot of web stuff really well? PHP. You got other things as well, but today we're talking about PHP. integrating that data between that, communicating, make that application seem as seamless as one application, guys. There's so much of that work out there. And even after they are in the cloud, you're still going to be communicating. The cloud is different, guys. Everything's publicly accessible. You need APIs. You need things that's going to allow you to securely connect these applications. PHP can be at the forefront of that, guys, if done correctly. And this is the type of work that I know a lot of people may think, hey, AI is going to take over, but it's a lot of unstructured work. Everybody got their different strategies and different ways of doing this, different business styles. And it's, at least at this stage in the game, it's going to be hard for AI to do this at scale. You know, some components of it can be AI driven. There's some of the more structured components of it. But again, we're talking about a lot of unstructured, unstandardized processes that are going to need a PHP developer like yourself to come in and do this. Well, I bet a lot of you guys are thinking, Rod, this is knowledge that I don't have. You can't just go search on the internet. Where can you find this at? That's why we got the 7-step guide for you guys. We talk about this in point number 3, as far as just being able to identify in the job market these particular opportunities. And then we got projects that's going to help you put this on your resume as well. And we get into a deeper dive in our 30-day developer course. It really gets you focused in on that and put you in a position to win there. So go ahead and enroll in that 30-day developer course, guys. That's where you're gonna get all the access to this information so that you can stand out versus your other competitors, your other developers, and you can leverage PHP in a way where, you know, you can still learn and leverage it and also learn other applications as well, because the fundamentals are the same, guys. Last but not least, guys, let's talk about legacy code base. A lot of you guys are beginning developers and you just think companies just can move on a dime like that, and it just don't work. You got, from a practical perspective, you can change the code real quick as a developer if you're living in a silo by yourself. But we're talking about large organizations or organizations that got a ton of traffic that's going through an application and they just can't move that data right away. And they don't have the skills and the knowledge to be able to do that. So they need somebody who really know what they're doing to be able to maintain this and actually upgrade it in a way where you keep the outages and use maintenance windows to make sure that we upgrade this and keep business rolling. There's a ton of legacy code out there that does this, and it's not going to go away overnight. A lot of stuff written in PHP, a lot of WordPress websites, a lot of PHP admin database, MySQL, all that stuff that's written in PHP. It's going to be around for a long time. And they got a ton of traffic that goes through these websites. And the last thing you want to do is go try to change this and actually upgrade it. And then you have all these problems in the future because you haven't identified the use cases, all the unique use cases, the code, what it does, is it still used, endpoints. So it's so much stuff. But what I'm trying to tell you guys is, at the end of the day, somebody got to maintain that code. Somebody got to make sure it's working. That's where PHP developers come in at. It's not going to die anytime soon. And there's going to be a ton of market just for this alone. And we already talked about 2 others before this. And this one right here is probably the most prevalent and the one that people don't understand. Companies have a code base, and it's thousands and millions of lines of code that has to be maintained. That's unique to that specific company. That's not supported, that only 1 or 2 developers know about. And if they upgrade, let's just say they do a WordPress upgrade and they don't properly identify this, guess what's going to get overwritten? Yes, all this custom code. So it's going to take a knowledgeable developer, PhD developer, to be able to identify these particular codes so that as you upgrade, you can make sure the code is workable with the new version, PHP version number 7 or 8, whatever that may be as well. So guys, I know I can beat this topic so much. We're not going to do it in this video, but we will do it in our 7-step guide and our 30-day developer course, guys. So if you haven't went ahead and checked those out, it's free for the 7-step guide. So go ahead and check that out. If you haven't already, like, subscribe to the content. comment below about your experience, guys. I want to start to get some back and forth with you guys as we start to do more content, starting to get more questions, and I want to tailor the content specifically to your needs. So we'll do that as well. And I'll put links to the 7-step guide here on the screen for you guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.